started with a turnover of less than $1 million. We are now going 40 million plus.
I know someone. Her hobby in farming led her to what is now a multi-million business known across the country and across the region for being the best producer of best quality seedlings. Mwihaki Njeho, the proprietor of Gracerock Farm, took an early retirement from her profession as a chemist within the manufacturing industry where she was employed for 20 plus years. Yeah, you heard me right. She was employed for 20 years before deciding to follow her hobby in farming that has grown extensively, from growing her own seedlings in the nursery beds within her greenhouses to commercial production and exporter of high-quality seedlings. Welcome to Gracerock Farm. Hello there. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily Kemani. If you're new here, please take a minute to hit that subscription button and drop a comment and you like so that you are able to get more of this kind of stories. The farm has a workmanship of more than 20 workers and it is co-owned by various directors including her husband and daughter. The drive came from her unsatisfied need for quality seedlings within the market. She's now producing her own seedlings and she says that she cannot satisfy the market, which is wide. Now, you're the Gracerock yourself.
My name is Mwihaki Njeho. But I've come to be called Grace because the farm is called Gracerock Farms. But I'm actually not Grace. But now I've come to even answer. Is that Grace? I say yes. And I answer.
And how did you start it? You told me that this was your hobby.
Yeah, this was my hobby, which I did even when I was employed. I'm a chemist by profession, having worked in the manufacturing industry for 20 plus years. But when I retired, because I wanted to retire early, I thought I should go into my passion. And that's why I'm in agriculture. Then I thought, why not make money with my hobby? But 1 year into it, I realized that I'm not making any money. Actually, I went back to school to do entrepreneurship, so that then I can have it as an enterprise that is making money. And I was fortunate to have a very good coach. Because he took me through how to make agriculture an enterprise where I can make money.
Maybe you can give her credit.
Yeah, and also my passion, because if I didn't, and also the fact that I didn't give up, because that's one of the things I tell people: do not give up. If you have a passion and you really want to do it, you can do it. You only need to do it differently, and that's what I did with the Gracerock Farms.
And what challenges have you encountered along the way?
Oh, challenges have been Kwanza, especially when you want to expand and you're looking for extra funding. That's a big challenge, because at some point, actually, I told you I was doing it as a hobby, and when I decided to go into it, 1 year down the line, I discovered I've finished all my savings in it, and I actually had to go and look for money now to invest. And getting that money, especially being a woman, and agriculture is said to be the most risk business. You get a challenge. Yeah.
How many employees do you have?
We currently have 15 permanent employees. We have this farm here at Gracerock that has about has 16 permanent employees, and then we have a farm in Narok that has 2 employees. We recently have got into Timau, where we have 1 employee who will be starting the 1st of January.
When you started with with a farm. How big?
I started with a 240 square meter of greenhouse.
Wow.
We are now on about 1,000 plus square meters greenhouses. So we have grown. We started with a turnover of less than $1 million. We are now going 40 million plus. Yes.
And who are your target customers?
Our target customers, one thing, I have a passion in empowering the women and youth. So our target customers is a small scale farmer who has 1 acre, 2 acres, and they are trying to make some money from it. If I tell you, we started with doing vegetable seedlings, but recently, the last 3 years, we've gone into seed potato, because I did a study where I was engaged in some study that for Kenya to become food sufficient, potato is one of the food crops, and potato is the second food crop, staple food crop in Kenya, second to maize. and it is grown by 800,000 small-scale farmers, somewhere in Nyandarua, somewhere in Narok, somewhere in Meru, and they are not making money because they're using recycled seed. And then we did a demo to show that if you use recycled seed versus certified seed, your yield goes 4 times. So that is what drove me to go into seed potato. And now we are in seed potato. We are training farmers. We have demo plots and farms to demonstrate that if you use certified seed potato, you will double your yield, improve your economic status. I know my target in the next 1 year or so is to work with about 3,000, 4,000 small-scale farmers, and I will impact more than 5,000 lives.
Do you provide training?
Provide training, yeah. For seed potato, because it's new, we provide free training every Thursday. You just need to book in advance and tell us you'll be coming, and we'll train you on how to grow, how to effectively grow potato, using our certified seed. Otherwise, we do a bit of a lot of training. We also have in boarding, where if you have a farm hand and you want them to be trained on basic good practices of agriculture, they come here, they stay here for 5 days, they sleep here. In the morning we do theory with them, in the afternoon we do course with them. Yes, that is a paid course. The Thursday is not paid, and we are trying to develop another course for entrepreneurs themselves, because people want to get into agriculture, but they don't even know what is the bare minimum that I can do. If I have one greenhouse, can I make money? Do I need two? What is the minimum skill you can do? So we hope to do that, so that we can also tell the entrepreneurs the things that they need to look out for. Yeah.
And I've been told that you'll be having a field day.
Yes, we have twice a year we have a field day where we bring our stakeholders, where we buy our seeds from, where we do our soil analysis, where we get our irrigation systems, and then we invite our farmers so that they can also benefit and they can learn more on how to do crop protection, how to irrigate their land, how to do soil analysis. Yes, so on the 18th of February, we shall be having the field day. We are expecting not less than 400, 500 farmers here. It start at 8 o'clock and end at the end of the day. So we already are developing the demo farms where we'll be able to demonstrate most of the crops that we sell.
Where do we see Gracerock in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, we expect Gracerock to be leader in commercial nurseries. That's for vegetables and fruit trees. We expect to at least have a presence in the potato seed systems. We have very big players there. We have people like Kisima, who started farming 70 years ago, and we want at least to have a presence in that field. Yes, so that is a project that we are working on to grow it. We are currently on 70 acres. Next year we'll go into 150 acres. We hope to get to 300 acres in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yes. Do you ever have a bad day?
Oh yes, but days come. We actually have planted a crop and it has completely failed. So with that lesson, we know that now, especially the big crops where you plant 30 acres of potatoes, that you have to have insurance. Just to mitigate some of the risk. Bad days come. You have your staff and they wake up in the morning and decide they're not working with you anymore. And you have invested in training and all that, but we have now just come to know that what we need to do is to put in systems, so that even the next person who comes, then we already have systems. We have partnership that work with us, that support us, where we buy our seeds. Even our financiers, our bankers, are also our partners. Since we've been in operations for some time now, we have created credibility with our suppliers. Some give us 60 days, 30 days, 90 days, and that has helped our cash flow a lot.
Unless you have anything else to add, I think I'm done.
Maybe just to encourage people who are out there and who want to do agriculture. It's doable, but you need to approach agribusiness as a business, not subsistence. Our mothers used to grow for their food and a little bit they take to the market. But if you're serious and you can take it as a business, it is a business like any other. And then when you get into it, make sure you invest right. You don't underinvest, you don't overinvest, and you have systems, and you have you take care of your staff, and you can make the money.
And maybe you should have. There's one very big question I forgot to ask you. The time you're starting this business, did you start in a family farm or you bought it for yourself?
I started in a family farm. Now I actually don't have a farm, but I hire.
Okay.
Because I think it's an easier exit, and also it's less. If I told you I want to go into 300 acres, if I had to buy 300 acres, it's impossible. But I can lease. Like most of my leases now are 10 years, so I know for the next 10 years I have a lease, and I can continue adding and grow more without the what can I say, the challenge of looking for money to buy land. Machinery we have mechanized completely, especially with potatoes. We plant with the potato planters, potato harvesters, spraying and all that. So our next stage, we want now to have our full fridge of mechanization. Yes.
I hope to visit the Narok farm in February when you'll be harvesting.
Yeah,
I'm told that
should.
There are very many potatoes there.
There are many potatoes there. You should visit and see. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And thank you so much for your time, and continue with the good work.
Yeah, and the farmers out there, please make sure that you go into it as a business, especially the youth. You don't have to look for white-collar jobs. You can do this.
Do you do this with your family?
Some of them, my daughter is interested, and I'm trying to pull her in, and my husband also supports in it. But for the young people who think that it is such a dirty thing, I mean, on the weekend I go do my nails, on the weekend I go play golf, and I go have a nice time with myself. So it's good. You can do it. Yes.
It will not stop you from doing anything.
Oh no. It will. Okay. There are times I'll be in my gumboots and my dust coats, as you see. But there are times I will dress and have fun with the girl.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Continue with the good work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Let's proceed.
So once the cocoa pit is ready, tunaileta kwa holding area.
On part 2 of this story, I will take you through the process of making soil from coconut waste, which is imported from India. Also, the farm manager will take us through the process of growing potatoes from a seedling rather than recycled tuber. I will also let you know how potatoes are almost replacing maize as staple food. Don't miss the second part of Gracerock Farm. And if you're new here, please leave a comment or send us a message on the number below to support our production. My name is Emily Kimani.